Yeah, hello everybody. Bitcoin today from Mallorca, for Mallorca, and the rest of the world. I hope you guys doing well. Well, we always start with a view to our webcam, which is located in the north, and it's the same thing like yesterday. Beautiful weather again, no clouds. It's really amazing. Calm sea, a lot of sailing boats. People go swimming. It's really nice. Temperature still about 22, 23 degrees. Okay, let's check the markets. And here we have something new from today on. It will be also part on our website. As I said to you all the days before, our team in the background is working very hard to improve our website. This is the heat map from the S&P 500, the most important index in the world. And this is live, and you can see everything is green. It's very little red. So it's a good day. And later we will have a look into the indices and the major markets. So it's a good day for the stock market. And we will see how the Bitcoin is doing. Okay. Always we start with the bond yield. Still we have this banking problem. 4% for 2, 3.6 for 10. Still inverted, still bad. Not a good thing, not good for the banks. Again, we check the market expectations for the 3rd of May. It's pretty much the same picture like yesterday. About 55% of the market, of the bond market, believes that we saw the top with 4.75% interest. That would be great. Only 45% see another 25 points increase. So that's quite promising. Okay, here we go live to the markets on a global base. It's the same picture like yesterday and the before. We are really in a good situation. I think it has a lot to do with this overall expectation that we saw the peak on interest rates. And also, I think a lot of people believe we saw a peak on inflation. We will get the inflation rates for Europe in the upcoming week, the same in the US. And it looks that inflation will go down, and this in combination with the expectations that the interest rates will not increase, or maybe for the second half of the year will go down. This is why we have really strong indices. We start with the DAX, again 1% plus, Dow Jones 0.5% plus, Nasdaq 100 also about 0.5%, S&P 500 also 0.5%, over 4,000 points. Last night Nikkei even. Again, Hong Kong, 1.3. So in the last 3 days, we see really a rally in Hong Kong. That's great. Bitcoin slightly up from yesterday, gold slightly up, and gold down. So that's basically what it is. So let's check first the Fear and Greed Index. We are on 41%, which is better. Yesterday or a week ago, we were in the region of 30. That's quite good. So we are about to leave the fear zone, getting to the neutral zone. We have not reached it yet, but well, it looks quite nice. Okay, let's check the Bitcoin news. Bitcoin spikes above 29K as fake out fuels BTC price strength doubts. Well, there's one thing I want to talk today about. We have, and we will just now see this problem with Binance. According to our model, the price is too high. I later will really go in detail into this because I don't want that you guys lose money. The rally we saw for Bitcoin in the first 3 months, because now the first quarter is coming to an end with tomorrow, with more than 70%, 75%, was a very strong increase, and no asset performed like Bitcoin. So hopefully it's not a fake out, because we have problems with Grayscale in the US, and there are a lot of problems in the crypto market, and they need a high price. So there could be, there is that sort of pump and dump, so maybe this is like pump. It's the same for the miners. They lost a lot of money with a low price and blah, blah, blah. And the one thing we will really check out is now the thing with Binance. I mean, we read yesterday and today really the 72 papers which have been laid out by court against Binance. And one of the things which worries me is that they say, officially the US government, that Binance, or boss of Binance himself, they had about 300 accounts, and there is a good possibility that the price has been manipulated in the last 2-3 months. Okay, so again, the price is according to our model too high. Our models are based on history, so we really have to watch what's going on with Binance. Binance is the biggest exchange in the world, and we saw the disaster with FTX in November. Nobody could believe that FTX goes down the drain, and it happened. And if it happens, it can happen very, very quickly. So what I can say is we today went totally out from Bitcoin. We took all the profits, which was very nice, by the way, coming from $15,000. So we are totally out in cash, because we really are on the sideline, and we check what's going on with Binance, because I believe this is quite a risky thing. We don't give you financial advice. It's just decisions you have to make by yourself. But this is at least what we decided today. Okay, we check the market capitalization. And here gold on 1, silver on 5. Like yesterday, Bitcoin and 11, really high. 553 billion, a bit more than yesterday. Okay, let's check the live price. 28,640. And you see, although we have the problems with Binance, the price increased. This is what worries me. And so I ask why. This is very simple. And we saw a similar thing back in November, by the way, before FTX, that the price went up. There was obviously a pump from FTX, because they tried to save their head, so I would say. So maybe you have a similar. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to be like this. But anyway, just be careful. Also, we are totally oversold, 64%, nearly to 7 on the RSI. MACD says the same. This is on a 4-hourly base. It doesn't fit to the Binance story. Let's put it like this. Okay, let's have a view into the big picture. And here we see the last 3 years of Bitcoin. We see the top of 64, the top of, absolutely top of 69. And we see the bottom, the FTX bottom, the 15, and what happened since then, which is more than 70%. And what worries me really, because this is on a weekly base, this is on a weekly base. So every candle is a week. And even in this critical news time with Binance, we still see an increase in price. For me, this is dangerous. And we will see what our model says. I said it yesterday, there's a very strong resistance with around about $30,000. I said it, if we go ahead, it could go to 35. But then there's a support line on on about 2025. And so there's a good chance also that we go down. The next would be, by the way, 22. So there is a downside risk of 25 to 22. This is what I want to say. I don't think that we go down to 20, and I don't think that we go down to 15. But this you really should have in your head, I would say. Okay, we have a quick view on the gold price, as we do every day. And we just check 6 months on dollar. Interesting is that the gold last night went up 1970, the same like the Bitcoin. Well, this all has to do with the banks, because the banking crisis is not sorted out in the US, definitely not. Especially the regional banks, they still have this problem that people can go on the bond market and they get on short term 4%. And this interest rate can't be paid from the banks because they have refinancing costs. So there is still a strong outflow and withdrawals from the accounts to the bond market. And as long as we will not see a stop of increase and a stop of inversion on the rates, the problem will go on. Maybe the Fed is going to react, but anyway, this is what the situation is. All right, you guys. We don't give you financial advice. You have to make your own decisions. We try to help you with all our information. Our website is getting better and better every day. Our team in the background is really working hard on the technical side, on the information side. It's all free of charge. As I said very often before, in summer we will come up with an app. It will be free of charge, available in the App Store, and we try to help you. This is basically what we try to do. Okay, so we come first of all to the Bitcoin future, and here we just concentrate on the topics. Fear and Greed Index still in the 60% zone, so the sentiment is very positive. It's the same with the price. People are very optimistic. We are over 50%, and the first thing we have to check is the heat map, like we do every day. We quickly do a reset to get the live data. Okay, so we see BTC still 25% year-to-date up, green. We see a bit more red. XRP, we have a court case. Nobody knows what will happen. We concentrate anyway on BTC, and BTC is up. Okay, next thing, market capitalization, a little bit more than yesterday, close to 48%, a bit sort of consolidation. The Bitcoin spot and future volume on 30 days moving average, we saw this strong increase, but the market was more driven by spot than future. And this is also something which worries me. Although we see an increase in price, the price is driven by future and not by spot. What does that mean? People with very little money bet on price and move the market. Something I don't like. We had it for a long time before, by the way, and we had lower prices and we had the increase. This was a real increase because spot driven, and now we're coming down. But at the same time, the prices goes up. Something I don't like. Okay, this is something new. We didn't have up until yesterday. Bitcoin long and short ratio. This is really a great thing. It's live. And here we see BTC totally. And you see everything is moving. In the moment, a little bit more green, so it's more longs than shorts. You go on our website, you can check this by yourself because this is live data on a global base. And you see all the big exchanges. You see Binance, OKX, Deribit, Bitfinex, and on. So we have all these data now here. And you see how quickly things move. This is the betting market. You know, this is like you go to the casino. This is not that you buy. This is you bet. And as you just see here, we are close to 60%. This is what I just said. The market is driven by betting, something which worries me. All right, this is on-chain data, Bitcoin rich list, Bitcoin loaded addresses, real deal, not future, and we see saturation. This is the same thing. It's also a warning signal. We are close to 46 million wallets, meaning wallets where are Satoshis and Bitcoin in there. Market is driven, you can see it here, by future and not by spot. This you can check by yourself. And now, very important, what does Google tell us? And this is interesting. I think we quickly do an update to get real data. Okay. We saw a nice increase in interest in Bitcoin, in the word Bitcoin, according to Google. And now we see decrease. People lose interest. And this has to do with Binance because, I mean, Binance is in the news. There's a huge withdrawal. I think they have more than $2 billion withdrawal. Maybe it's going to be a bank run. Who knows? At least with FTX it was. You never know. Anyway, so we see overall picture not so good. We quickly check the countries. El Salvador on 1, Nigeria on 2, and then Netherlands, Slovenia, Switzerland, Austria, Turkey, Germany on 8, was yesterday, I think on 7, Belgium, and Cyprus. So This is, you can check by yourself. This is Bitcoin, Ethereum on 1 year. And now we come to our prediction models. And this is very important today. First thing, what you can see is that the Bollinger Bands getting closer. This usually means tension comes into the market. You also say that the candles move closer to the middle line, which is the blue line. The next thing we see is the MACD. We had this bullish crossover, middle of March, strong increase. And yesterday, we were just about to have a bearish crossover to the downside, which was normal because we had the bad news from Binance. But then it didn't happen. We still saw an increase. This is something I don't like, because usually the market goes into waves, up and down and up and down and up and down. And this is how our predicting models work. But the same thing you see here on the RSI. We have been in the 70% region, so we were overbought. And again, we were on the downtrend, and we were in the uptrend again. So we are again going close to the 70%. Anyway, we sold everything today. Make your own decision, because we are now on the sideline, and we wait. If this comes back to 50% at least, best would be down to 30%. That's the best time to invest. But here, in combination with the news, we don't like this. Still, our model, which is based on artificial intelligence, says, yes, there is a chance that we go over $30,000. Yes, it is still possible. Everyone has to make his own decision. Here we come to the circle model, and here we have the same thing. Since days, the yellow box is too big, and from yesterday to today, bigger. $4,795. According to our model, too high. And green on top of it, so overrated. The price is too high. We see the same thing on our second model, that here we have two base cases. It could be possible that we move to the upper base case, but, well, strange situation, let's put it like this. Anyway, both models say more or less that we see the target price in 12 months from now still with $43,000. So there is a lot of time in the next 12 months to invest. We don't believe that there will be 50, 60, 70. I know there are a lot of guys out there who say, no, it's going to be $100,000 and. According to our models, and our models are based on mathematical models, because what did we do? Go on our site, Amen Finance, check Bitcoin and go on Bitcoin Info. And here you can read about everything, how we come to these models. This is all data driven. We don't look into the stars or something like this, because we say, well, there's history, and we check the history, and you see similarity in the cycles of 4 years, and we just project them into the future. This is what it is. So a risky part in the moment. Be careful. We are out. Maybe tomorrow we're in. We make fast decisions. But I just want to wait what's going to happen to Binance. This is actually what drives me. And I want to see the weekend and a couple of days what's going to happen to these guys. All right. Thank you for watching. I wish you a great day. See you tomorrow. Thanks and bye-bye.